The character Violet has a real gift for writing music. She hears songs, she sees lyrics everywhere. She gets ideas wherever she goes.
What we really wanted to come out of this movie was that, like any songwriter, there's a progression in her music. In other words, she always had the melodies, you know, she had little bits and pieces of the lyrics, but it's her experiences in New York. It's her falling in love with Kevin. It's her developing a relationship with her father. It's her experience with Lil at the bar that gives her that little something extra before she's prepared to sort of take on the music business head on.
Diane Warren wrote 4 songs for the movie, and she's a brilliant composer. Some of your favorite songs out there, chances are some of hers. She's written so many huge hits.
Jerry really understands the power of it, because when you put the right song and the right movie together, it's a pretty potent combination.
The music is something that embellishes the story and the characters.
Let's give a big coyote welcome to Leanne Rimes.
Leanne Rimes came in to sing this one song for us and release it as a single, but we showed her the movie and she had tears in her eyes, and then she decided to do all the songs and eventually become the voice of Piper.
Basically what I did, I was watching the clip of her and what she was doing and had to actually match my voice up to her mouth, which was very hard to do.
I don't like to be alone in the night.
I had to put her emotion that she was showing on screen into my voice. It was definitely acting. I had a lot of fun doing it though, because it was something that I've never done before.
Had the rain on my shoes, but I do love you.
But I Do Love You, we recorded with like mostly an acoustic guitar, and it was just very simple and sweet. It sounds like someone just completely wrote it from their heart, which was what Diane did.
They're all completely different songs, so it's really cool. Right Kind of Wrong is like a TLC, you know, kind of R&B song. You know, Please Remember it's a big ballad. You know.
How's worse, rose and mud, how no dreams out of reach. I stood by you, you stood by me.
And then you go to Can't Fight the Moonlight, a little bit more of a complicated pop rock song.
I've never written a song with that many key changes in one song before. But it holds together. It's really a good song.
I think Diane's probably one of the best songwriters that has ever lived. She writes from the heart, she writes from life experience. It's been magic between the two of us because her songs fit my voice.
Diane nailed these songs. They embody everything. Once you equate it with Violet's story, you really get a sense of her growth.
Her songs build into something bigger as she becomes better as a songwriter. And so I think they're amazing. Love you.
Coyote Ugly reminds me a lot of Flashdance we made a long time ago. Coyote is about a young girl with a dream who wants to be a songwriter and decides that the only way she's going to make it is to go to the big city, to New York, and try to peddle her songs.
I am dying to make your dreams come true.
It's just a little tape. All I want is someone to sing my song.
Welcome to the music business.
It's a demo. I'm a songwriter.
You're not getting validated.
We saw 4,000 or 5,000 people for this movie. Again, it comes down to, can the camera turn on and you be completely natural and be the character that's written in the screenplay?
Mark.
You said you supported this. If anything good is ever gonna happen to me, it's not gonna come to me. I gotta go get it.
And Piper, when she came in, she just had an ability to just read the words off the page, and I believed them, you know, I mean, she felt so real.
Who now?
It was very endearing and very watchable.
Oh, and I put fresh batteries in the TV remote and set the VCR timer so that you can watch.
Excuse me. Am I missing something here? I'm the parent. You're the child running away to live by yourself. I should be telling you how to live.
Fine. How should I live?
Simple, don't go.
I was pretty amazed because it's about a girl from New Jersey who moves to New York and works in a bar. And that's what had just recently happened to me in my life. So it's kind of amazing to read a script and think, how did I know this story?
And I really like her a lot. She's a real nice kid. We used to call him Spunky in my day.
She's the real girl. There's no different than the character in the movie, who has to find her way to New York and create a career for herself.
I was really scared. I was really scared. But then, I mean, of course, they're all directed to cheer no matter what you do. You could say all the wrong words, miss all your steps, fall off the bar, and the place still goes, yeah! You know, so it's a pretty good confidence builder when 400 people are like, you're awesome!
Man, that was rocking. For somebody so young to jump into this and take on the responsibility of carrying a movie, and she did a great job. She really pulls it off.
You get to work probably about 6 in the morning, and for the first 2 hours, you're having your hair and makeup done intermittently with rehearsals on stage. And then you start shooting, and you usually do a scene a day. If you're lucky, you just do that scene like covered from 100 different angles and different kinds of lenses.
Now turn around, sir. Let him see what you got. Now turn around. Come on, show him what you got. Come on, ladies, what do you give me? 25 bucks, $30. $35. Come on, shake it, baby. Do I hear 50?
You wrap for the night at 9 or 10. Then after work, maybe a guitar lesson or piano lesson, and then you go home and scrub on your makeup and go home into bed. So you work a lot, like 7 days a week. But by the end, you know how to play the guitar, the piano, sing, dance, and bartend.
And I love to take talented people and show what they can do. Whoever heard of Piper Perabo? But now she is on everybody's lips. She can go on to have a wonderful career because she was pulled out of the pack and said, "You're special," which she is.
Really enthusiastic. Sounds good. 104, take 3, eh, Mark? Pictures up. Action.
You know those girls?
Oh, yeah. Coyotes. There was a real sense that newcomers would be really good. We wanted to have a fresh, new, young ensemble cast.
And there's an honesty to it because they're not characters that you can see on every television show and movies before. I mean, some of the faces are kind of well known, but I love to give an audience something that they don't feel familiar with.
Stand by and action.
Hi, good evening, ladies. Can I help you? No.
What Violet's essentially doing is taking a little bit of the personalities from each girl and learning something from them. The girls we were looking for had to play those roles in such a way that their personalities were distinct. We certainly succeeded in doing that. I mean, they're as different as, as day and night.
My agent sent me on an audition to read for Violet, and when they saw me, they're like, "You're not Violet, you're Cammy." So that was it.
Okay, number 1, here we go.
Cammy's like the flirt and the sweet one that always wears pink, and then there's Rachel, who's like tough with her like biker wear, and then there's Zoe, who kind of wears a lot of Indian type inspired stuff because that's just what she likes.
I'm Cammy, the Russian tea.
Cammy is a sweet one, so if we have a sensitive guy, faces, I mean, wow. She loves her job. She makes a lot of money. She has great clothes. She falls in love constantly. And every time she's a guy, she's a new tattoo on her body, which is really funny, I think.
Zoe's the zany one, the one that's just happy and just having a good time. She's not about dancing real sexy, she's just more about, hey, everybody, and just rocking the crowd.
Rachel is this really tall, loud, pushy, short-tempered woman. So it's hard to get her on a good side, but you want to be there.
She is Lil's right-hand man. She kind of runs the show with Lil, and this is where she's going to stay.
We all play our little parts. Only Rachel really is a bitch.
She's hard. She's rough and tough. And I know Bridget back from Paris and modeling and stuff. And actually, Bridget's rough and tough in person too, so perfect casting.
That's Rachel. You can learn a lot from her.
She just cut some guy's ponytail off.
Yeah, the court ordered her to take anger management class. I gave her a raise. Cheers.
It's a nut house. But it's this kind of nut house with a leader.
Coyote Ugly becomes kind of like a finishing school as taught by Lil, which is a very different type of finishing.
On sale, down.
Lil is somebody who teaches Violet the ways of the world in a very tough lessons. I mean, she knows how to run her bar and doesn't let anything get in the way of that bar being successful.
I feel that I've trained my entire life for this job. I bartended in New York City for 7 years and in Philadelphia for years before that, so it was fun to get back there again.
At first, Violet's really scared of Lil, but then she becomes this kind of, in a weird way, a mother figure.
Sort of like a father figure, maybe.
Lil is like our den mama.
She's a boss. She can fire us. We know she won't because we're so good.
She's not someone who's after her dream, which Violet is doing at this point, but she has it. She's living it. And she inspires Violet to live her dream.
Big round of applause for the singing coyote from Jersey.
Beautiful. Check the game.
First, of course, I was kind of like, who's this girl? Like, I'm gonna spend 4 months working with her, you know. And now it's just kind of fun. We all have the same humor, and you know, at the end of the day, we're so tired, we're just cracking up.
Bridget, Isabella, and Piper, and Tyra. All the girls, the personalities are so distinct, but so beautiful. We've been having a ball together.
Gosh, thank God for them because I'm trapped behind that bar with them for hours on end.
Perfect. Maybe you haven't noticed all the bodies yet.
They're all a bit wacky, but I love it back there behind the bar with them.
Ready? Action.
I want my tape.
Once we had Piper, we were just looking for somebody who really seemed to fit chemistry-wise. Right age, right look, looking at the two sort of faces together, the personalities. And we were despairing a little bit, and then we saw this tape that Bonnie Timmerman had found.
She did some digging and found Adam Garcia in the British production of Saturday Night Fever, and at the time that we found him, he was filming a movie in Australia called Bootman.
You know, I never really thought of this character as having an accent before, but Adam had that, I guess as Jerry would call it, movie star quality, you know? I mean, you really wanted to watch him on the screen.
Kevin sees Violet when he's walking through his place of work, you know, just sort of sees her and goes, nice looking girl, all that. And then she approaches him with some of her music.
Just wanted to give this to you. I know it's not the most professional way to submit a tape, but this is all pretty new to me.
And he just thinks, cool, pretty girl, I'll try my luck here. It's pretty new to me too.
And when she realizes he's not who he said he was, she hates him. She's so pissed. Let's play a game. I'm gonna guess why you left Australia. Why'd you run away from home?
I didn't have a home. Is that what you wanted to hear? I don't have a family. I mean, that's the big secret. Are you happy?
Kevin really has no family. I mean, his family changed every 6 months. So he's looking for somebody that he could fall in love with.
So we're going to have to try and fix this little problem straight away.
And how do you propose we do that?
Well, is there any place you feel comfortable singing?
I think he's really taken mainly by her dream and her talent. He sees something that he can hold on to, which is comforting, you know, an island, so to speak, to swim to.
Yeah,
Ready?
okay.
Huh?
That's disgusting.
Take it to a fish market, and that's probably one of the most romantic things. I could never have thought of that. That's far too romantic for me personally, but I may use that. Depends on the fish.
He's just kind of always surprising her. He does all these crazy things, and then I think it kind of shakes her out of her fear enough that she can perform. Plus, he's so cute, you know, who wouldn't want to perform for him?
And to see he and Piper together working on the scenes, it had this real magic. You get the sense that maybe they share something. He came from Australia to a big city, and, you know, he's making it in his own way as well.
Coyote Ugly is a place where you can come and then just escape. You can come here and kind of live a fantasy but be mistreated at the same time.
Party your brains out, background.
It's kind of a southern biker bar meets downtown WASP meets, you know, college frat kids all piled into one place.
I didn't even really believe there was such a place until I started going to bars like this to kind of check it out. I haven't seen circuses as raucous as this bar.
Well, it's like a party. It's one of the best parties you've ever been to. And you got beautiful waitresses who are serving you, and they get up on the bar and they'll dance to the music.
David has a real vision for how this bar is its own character. The movie's about Piper and the atmosphere, this whole bar. And David really acknowledged that and finds that the bar has a relationship with everybody else and how that works. And he's very good at it.
Do we serve water in this bar?
The bar is a center place where everything happens. It's the living room, it's the kitchen, it's places where everybody congregates, and a lot of information, a lot of plot points is all conveyed through that bar.
I'd like you to meet my new girl, whose name is Violet. Jersey. Jersey is an ex-kindergarten teacher and a former nun and is tired of being the only virgin in New York City.
I was looking at the monitor the other day and I said, I want to go to that place. It looks like so much fun.
4 Canadian, 4 south of the border, 6-pack MGD, and a double blended bag.
You want 8 shots of what? I got it.
It's always important to try to draw the audience in with authenticity. And when you're doing a picture about a bar, the girls have to know how to pour to the drinks, to spin the bottles, and do all the neat stuff that they learn how to do.
They're always moving, they're always dancing. They're working very hard. They've created this atmosphere. It wasn't about learning how to mix drinks, because they're basically doing beers and shots. So it's more like an athleticism. Like, no, you don't hold the bottle like that. You grab it like this and you pour it.
She's like, Tyra, no, put your body into it. Put your body into it. You know, and I'm like, okay, oh my God, okay. She's like, no, like this.
So line them up and then just try and do it real fast. I made them work very hard. I made them sweat. It was like boot camp.
For me, it was pretty hard because I have really small hands, so I can't carry more than 6 beers. So I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, my manicure is gone because the nails are broken, your hands are really wet, dirty, and disgusting. We want to be able to like flip every bottle and pop every shot glass up in the air, and but make it look like, oh yeah, sure, I flip 3 bottles over my head and don't even notice. We rehearse like crazy because there's so many different things to think about while you're shooting, you know.
Good, that's great. Now fill it up all the way.
So we're always picking Jennifer's brain, like, what's the coolest way to do this and the coolest way to do that, you know what I mean? Make cocktail look like a playground. You gotta be quick, you gotta be cute, you gotta dance at the same time.
We worked with the choreographer. We had like sore knees and ankles and hips, and there's this neck fling thing. I dance all the time, but I don't do this.
And playback.
So they had me on the bar and dancing and clogging and doing all kind of crazy stuff.
We started with Don't Fall Off the Bar, and then and tried to progress it from there. The space is small, considering the fact that we have to spin, we have to do splits and flip our head back and forth.
It looks really big when you're sitting there at bar level, but when you get on the bar, it's like, it shrinks. It's so little. But the ladies had no fear. They conquered it.
Once you get on the bar and have danced on it for a few days, it's completely fine. And so we just go at it. They hang from the ceilings, they dive out into the crowd and surf, and you know, it's just been crazy. It's wild.
We started with just movement work, just us dancing, so we could see how we moved and what moves, also the personality of the characters within their dance.
I dance on a bar and I strip. I'm probably not quite as nice to look at as perhaps some of the girls dance on the bar, but I'm giving it my all.
Okay, let's say Piper's coming this way. One or the other. But they're going to come together, like in a kind of a fast way, like this, you know, da-da-da-da-da, and then turn and go back to back with each other, right?
Thank you.
I was looking for something that was real, something that a girl who worked in this bar could actually do. We wanted to do some flashy stuff that she could have learned and picked up, and we also want to do some stuff that are very natural and you could see in any club. So we're always looking for a blend between the two.
This movie went someplace else beside the traditional ballet, jazz, tap. It went everywhere. It went to the street. There was some hip hop in there. There was definitely clogging. There was some sexy dancing.
We wanted sexy because that's what everybody likes. That's why guys come, that they want to see babes, you know?
And it's supposed to look like fun. So with great camera work that the crew is doing, I think going to be something that's really new and fresh.
We really exaggerate everything, just
trying to shock people. There's fire, there's water, it's like it's all sexy, but it's like down and dirty and fun and wild. It's amazing what they do.